Welcome back to Chai Chat with Loveena. Paris attacks have brought to the center the entire debate of radicalism and refugee crisis. But there is other side to it. What do families of these jihadis go through? There must be a story there too. Let's listen to Samia Makhtu. Radicalization of young minds is soon becoming one of the focal point or the center of debate of why these attacks happened in Paris. And Interior Minister of France has decided that he is going to close in on mosques that preach hatred. I have with me Samia Makhtu, who is a big lawyer in France and also represents families whose young minds, her young children have been converted and have joined the jihadis. Some of them left for Syria. Thank you for Syria. Thank you very, very much for your time, ma'am.
Thank you.
Tell me, how big is this problem in France, and what do you think about the decision of the Interior Minister?
It's too late. Unfortunately, taken too late. I wish it was taken before, since last and the biggest terrorist act made in the south of France with the terrorist Mohamed Merah. I still have on mind what Mohamed Merah said. I like death as much as you like life. Wow. Which is very, very strong sentence, and it is the culture of death. Unfortunately, not only in France but all over the world, we took long time to be aware and to understand the gravity of this phenomenon of radicalization. Unfortunately, closing those mosques, it's become something necessary, and unfortunately again it is taken too late today.
Okay, it is taken too late, she's saying. Very interesting though, you said that Mohamed Merah said that I am in love with death as much as you are in love with life. How can someone be radicalized like this? Have the family spoken to you and told you how this happens?
Yeah, unfortunately, it is very difficult to see them becoming radicalized, because it comes like a disease, like a virus in a computer. It comes very soon and suddenly. And I still remember what one of the mother told me about her daughter, that she made all what a mother can do, educations, take care of her, and do all the necessary to be sure that she's on school and then on her room studying. But even she told me that I closed all the door, and the virus, the disease, the radicalism, the fundamentalism came to my house through the computer, which I bought, which I offered to my daughter. It means I offered death to my daughter.
What do these families go through? Because, as you're saying, that they are not directly, they might not be Muslims, and they might be, even if they are Muslims, they might not be radical Muslims.
Not at all.
So how are they dealing with this?
It's difficult to deal with this. We have a desperate mother. They are devastated. It's difficult. It's honestly very hard to live for on the side of the mother, because not only they're not sure to see again their son or their daughter, by the same time they have no news. The only news they can get is through some message they send from time to time. They don't know, are they well, are they fighting, are they a member of the soldier of ISIS? They don't know. They have no specific information. We need, as a society, as a government, as a member of this, the world, as a citizen, we need to understand all that in order to find solution.
Thank you very much, Ms. Makhtu. That was very, very interesting that we are talking about young minds who have started to love death more than life. The decision of the Interior Minister, Ms. Makhtu, thinks has come a little bit too late. Not only the responsibility lies with the mosque and they need to be tackled, of course, but the government needs to take responsibility here in France and man their borders and be more strict on their borders, especially with kids who are carrying one-way ticket to Syria. For that problem, the kid might go, but the problem might return. Loveena Tandon for India Today from Paris.
Wouldn't you love to change to cheaper car insurance? Change to LV and you can get 5-star rated cover from just £179. Change and get great service from the UK's most recommended insurer. In the last year, over 2 million people insured their home or car with LV. It's time to change. So call us on 0800 171 2446 or visit lv.com.
सबके सामने दिल को डर लगे, जहाँ जाके दिल को पर लगे, चलो ढूंढे ऐसा कोना, चलो ढूंढे ऐसा कोना।
जिंदगी भर हम एक ऐसी खास जगह ढूंढते हैं जिसे अपना कह सकें। HDFC होम लोन्स, अपनी जगह बनाओ।
Pure Heaven, non-alcoholic celebration drinks. All the fun without the alcohol. Pure Heaven, make every moment a sparkling moment.
Now available at selected Tesco stores and Amazon.
सास बहू बेटियां के सुपर सैटरडे में आज देखिए टीवी पर चढ़ा प्रेम रतन धन पायो का खुमार। गौरा और कोकी आमने सामने, संध्या का सच का सामना, गायत्री ने कहा अलविदा, सिमर का आखिरी वार, नायरा फंस गई गुंडों में,
Newspapers and media offices in Paris have been working round the clock. And this is a headline from one of the days from Liberation, Generation Bataclan. And I'm here joined by Lawrence from Liberation. Lawrence, though the attack was planned outside Paris, yet it was carried out in Paris. Is this question crossing your head or people's head? Why Paris?
You mean the attack was planned outside of Paris? It's sure, no, it was planned by ISIS in Belgium.
Yes.
And why Paris? Because Paris is threatened since August 2014, I think, when France decided to enter a coalition against ISIS.
Do you think the decision of François Hollande and the Interior Minister to now gear up to tighten all sorts of security and extend emergency would address these problems?
It's better to fight than to be than to be afraid. So you mean as a state of emergency will stop the...
Do you think all the steps taken by them are in the right direction?
For the society, you mean? Ah, okay. Yes, I think so. We were needed state of emergency because to make things going faster. Yeah. But the problem is how long will it last? And we have to be very careful with laws and not react too fast. Because if you change laws very fast, because in reaction, it can make something very serious on French laws, on constitution. Like François Hollande yesterday asked for changing constitution, which is very dangerous. I think we have to react, but we have to take the time to think how to react and be careful with our fundamental way of thinking and values.
Okay. Yes, thank you very, very much, Laurence. I really appreciate that. The mood is constantly changing. France still is grappling with the entire truth of the matter and still trying to understand the whole shock and how to deal with it. It's been a rather emotional journey covering Paris attacks. In fact, once while covering, even we, the entire crew, was huddled into a cafe because of terrorist alarm. Thankfully, that alarm turned out to be false. But just in those 5 minutes, I realized what it must have been like for people who were caught in it and who are suffering with it. It has been a very, very emotional journey indeed. What do you think and what are your thoughts? Please write to me at chaichat@aajtak.com or Twitter me at Loveena Tandon. Take care, God bless and be safe.